We sailing. It's a little wavy today. Today's big wave. Woo! Good morning. So we're still anchored just outside the Temple of Poseidon at the top of the hill. It's a cool little spot here. It's crazy windy all night. So job for this morning before we get going to the islands is got to head up the mast to check out what's going on with that furler. Let's do that now. And we're up the mast. Hope it's not so windy you can't hear me. But here is the offender. You just feel how rough that is. So when we're trying to furl the sail, this is meant to stay straight so it doesn't twist up the halyard. What's happening is these two parts are binding together, and so while we're trying to furl, it's actually trying to furl the line around the sail too, the halyard. So, gonna disconnect the halyard and see if we can see what's going on there. Whoa! Whoa! It's really rocking up here. It's pretty shaky up here, but I got Liam to send up some grease. So I just managed to pack as much grease as I could into that little hole in here. And now it seems to be a bit freer because it was just dry ball bearings just rattling around in there. So I filled it with grease, and that's about all I can do to change this out. I believe the whole forestay has to come down. So that's definitely not a job for a windy grease anchorage, and I don't have any parts. So hopefully a bit of grease. When we go out sailing, we'll just pull out a little bit of mel and see if it works, but it's about all we can do. We'll just surf the mast on the boat. Oh, that new line is so nice to see. Beautiful. Yes. So how do we go, mate? It's better. Greased her up. Hopefully she works. Let's unfurl just the first wrap and see if we can trust her. Let's go. Let's go, little one. Let's bring it out. Okay. Okay, that's all out. Hold me a bit more. Okay, too much. What's up there, Cheryl?
Temple of Poseidon.
So Liam, you want to come in on Mel? Yep.
Sailing.
We sailing. It's a little wavy today.
Woo!
Let's wave at the waves.
You wouldn't think it from the camera, but we're experiencing some of the biggest waves we've had so far. And while they are exciting and fun, they're also fucking scary. But we're totally fine. It's just learning how to handle and helm in these kind of conditions, and most of the waves are fine. There's just a couple of like little rogue waves that'll kind of topple the boat a little bit. We're having a debate on how big these waves are. I'm definitely going 1.5 meters. The boys are playing it down.
Half a metre, nothing more. Just a light swell, maybe 70 centimetres.
Aye, well, my stomach's certainly jumping 1 metre high.
That was a big one. More than 70 centimetres. Just that one. It must have been just climbing on that wave behind it.
Alright, well, we wish you were here to experience this, but I'll definitely be happy when we're on land.
Overknivel, for falske sjøvenner. De kan så lett påføre deg en farlig vei å gå. De kan så lett påføre deg en farlig vei å gå. Hei, 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 ja.
Yeah, so it's just hyper rough. Woo! So it's pretty wavy down here, pretty fun. I'm just heading up into Jobbo and Cheryl's bedroom, which is at the front of the boat in the V-berth, to experience what it's like when there's big waves and you're up front. But it's actually not too bad. I don't know what they're talking about. I reckon that because of the sea state we've got, it's not too bad up here. Yeah. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, when I was like, getting 60 foot of swell, it's fucking crazy. Oh my god! Yeah, no, this is a good spot. Oh, you are locked in. Locked into the companionway.
For nu så glemmer vi vår venn og tenker kun på bølgene og hvor vi seiler hen. Tenker kun på bølgene og hvor vi seiler hen.
It's funny how like all the sails have been different in their own way.
Yeah,
Now we're less concerned about gusty winds.
yeah. Bobby's just holding on for dear life here. What do you think, love? Can't even talk. Yeah, probably, but she'll be happy when it's all over. Anyway, we're getting a boat.
For falske sjømenner, de kan så lett forføre deg en farlig vei å gå. De kan så lett forføre deg en farlig vei å gå.
Chunky.
Yuck.
We should probably do it on the windward side, eh?
Yeah, I couldn't get there.
Oh, okay. So, we're almost at the point, team.
So we had our first spewer. We're going to ask him how he's feeling now.
Oh, a bit rough, a little bit better after having a spew, but oof, it's not something I'm used to, that's for sure. Thought I'd be A-okay.
Og tager dem i far. Hey, 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 hey. Ja, sånn.
Yeah, I mean, you
This
can't.
one here, you got to steer off of it. But then you come in to the trough of the next one, it's not too bad.
So it's really interesting for us being out in this kind of conditions with quite big waves and it's still fairly windy. We're looking at, 15 to 20 knots apparent wind. So we decided to go for just a heavily reefed Genoa and a heavily reefed main. We're being quite conservative here just because it's wavy and we want to take it easy. With this boat coming up behind us, you can see he just got out his whole Genoa, but he's obviously feeling overpowered, so he's really eased it, so it's just sat there flapping the whole time. But he's making slightly better heading than us. He's pulled us in, so I guess different ways to do the same thing, but I feel like a little bit of both sails is definitely going to balance the helm a bit more, and especially we're working hard getting hit by these waves, so that's what we decided with. Let us know down below if you'd rig something different.
There's everyone's here, I think they're not on the shore there.
So after spending the day getting bashed around doing the passage from mainland Greece across to our first island, and it's a cool spot. It's really nice, little ruins up on the hill, but we're gonna get a lot of wind tonight again, always. And we've got no space here, so for our first try we're going to get out a stern anchor. So we're not sure if we're doing it right. It's our first try, haven't got the right lines, but we're just going to have a go, throw it out and see if we can get it tight and stop ourselves swinging around so much.
That's right, we're going to paddle out, tie the line to the boat, tie the other end to the anchor, drop it in the water, pull ourselves back on the line, and hopefully we're going to stay steady, not fish tail around.
Sounds good to me. Let's get her done.
Well, I think we're not swinging anymore, so that's ideal. So we'll see. We don't really know what we're doing, so we got some idea, but learning.
Perfect, I'm happy with that. We've stopped swinging a lot actually, it makes a huge difference. What's the plan for tonight, Cheryl?
Well, we just whipped up a little salad and got all our perishables, and we're going to go to the beach and have a little fire, a little barbecue, watch sunset, put up a droney, check out the ruins.
Uber's here. Hello.
Order an Uber.
Yeah, here's a lift, will ya?
Aqua Uber.
Aqua Puba. Alright team, so we're off, headed to shore. Ruins on the hill, cheeky twilight droney, little fire for dinner. Not too shabby. How neat this is cut. it's just, they've obviously restored it a bit and brought it back, but it's very cool. Like, this is a difficult place to build on.
There you go. So you know how we talked about that temple the other night? So yeah, those pillars are
It holds a
decorative,
roof.
but it holds a roof, right?
But it says here, in an attempt to fit a building of this size in the narrow space available, the Carthaginians carved the bedrock and built a huge retaining wall on the abrupt slope to the sea, sometime after the 7th C AD. How cool is this spot? Apparently this was a stadium, 2,000 people used to come here. I wonder what the trench is for. Probably blood.
What are you up to there, Jobbo?
Doing a little fire pit, but everyone's rock work here is so good. I'm like, gotta take some time and get it really neat.
See our great show. Tonight, me and Bobby will be performing a magic show. I will be sawing her in half, and she will probably not live.
Sick. Fuck yeah, sailboats. I'm broke and so is the boat.
Oh, I'm doing what Cheryl did. Held the GoPro the wrong way.
Actually?
Yeah.